What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking about EA. We're talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about Battlefront. Now, why are we talking about all of these things? Well, it was reported that Spider-Man on PS4 is just killing it in the sales department. I mean, the game is selling like crazy. The reviews are excellent. I personally have not played the game. We did a stream the night it was released. I was not playing. I was on the stream doing a voice, over for our community, talking to people while Corey played the game. So I haven't played it. I want to buy the game. Like I said, I've bought the game twice now. One, we did a giveaway on Twitch, and the other, I needed to buy it for, our Twitch channel. So I really do want to buy it because I'm hearing great things. We've done a review on geeksandgamers.com. You can check it out. It was done by Mike Calkins, 9.3 out of 10. And across the board, this game is getting great reviews. The thing that's beautiful about this, and when there's something positive and the fan base responds positively, we have to make a point to highlight that. So Insomniac has done a great job. It seems like the heavy majority of all Spider-Man fans are very pleased with this game. The gamers are pleased with this game. The community, everyone is happy. Everyone agrees that that Insomniac has honored the mythology in the proper way. Now, the only thing we've heard about this game leading up to the release was, the downgrade in graphics controversy, which I covered here. I said I didn't think anything of it. I'm not a big graphics person. Mainly it's gameplay, and it's going to look fine. It's on a PS4. So that's the only thing we've heard, though. There was no microtransactions. There was no, all of this DLC nonsense. There was none of this. None of this was going on. It was just a smooth release, and it seemed like they were really trying to take care of the community. And upon release, it seems like that's what's happened. And this makes EA just look even worse. Not that they need any help, because they look bad enough on their own. When they do the things that they've continued to do with Battlefield and Battlefront 1 and 2. Now, again, you're talking to someone that was happy with Battlefront 1 and 2, 2015 and 2017. Now, that's because I went into those games knowing exactly what they were going to be. I wasn't expecting them to be anything other than what was advertised. But that doesn't change the fact that they really upset the fan base. And my personal opinion does not separate me from knowing that everyone else, for the most part, was very unhappy. And I completely understand that. And everybody had a reason to be unhappy with how everything played out, especially with Battlefront 2. So EA continues to look like the morons that they are. And it's important as gamers that we do go out and support these games when they are done right. And again, I haven't played Spider-Man, but all accounts, I mean, when Corey played it on the stream that night, and he's not the biggest Spider-Man fan. He said he still liked this PS2 version of Spider-Man and all. He wasn't over the moon about it, but he was fine with the game. But outside of that, I mean, for the most part, almost everyone has been universally praising this game. It's selling better than God of War. It's on pace to be one of, if not the best-selling PS4 exclusive games to date. And that's very important that we as consumers go out and support something like this. This is why I've always preached about Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo guy. Nintendo does things the right way. Nintendo doesn't sell us half-assed games and then sell us overpriced DLC. They don't do microtransactions. They let you use your old controllers on their new systems. And Nintendo, you can fuss about a lot of things Nintendo does, but when it comes down to the product that they provide, 9 times out of 10, it's spot on. And that's why I'll always support Nintendo. So we as consumers, when we have a product like this, if we are really unhappy with how so many things are going, if we're unhappy about Battlefield 5 going woke, if we're unhappy with Battlefront 1 and 2, with all of the microtransactions and the loot box and the controversy and all of the craziness going on with the DLC now, if we're unhappy about that, it's very important that we as consumers go out and support games when they're done right. Spider-Man PS4, God of War on PS4. This is very, very important. And again, I'm going to urge everybody, go out and support Nintendo. Not that Nintendo needs the support because they're killing it everywhere, but that is the type of companies that I think we should go out and support. And it's very crucial right now at this particular point in time with all of the wokeness, with all of the SJW bullshit, with all of the lack of respect for the core fan base of any franchise, whether it be movies, video games, or television series. It's very important we speak with our wallets and we go, hey, Spider-Man, Insomniac, Disney, this is your property. We're going to go out and we're going to support it because this company, Insomniac, did it right. They did it right. They honored the mythology. They're not putting their political propaganda into it. They're not microtransactioning us to death. You know, there's not a lot of controversy surrounding this because it's, for the most part, from someone that hasn't played it but has talked to a lot of people that has, it seems like they put a lot of passion into this project. And that is everything that EA doesn't do. EA doesn't put passion into it. EA is tone deaf with everything they do. And if you really, it's one thing to not support EA when they do it, if that's what you choose to do. It's another thing to go out and show companies that are doing this right, hey, you know what? We're going to reward you with our money because you're doing it the right way. Now, again, you can do whatever you want with your money, and you're not wrong if you don't want to spend your money on this. But all I'm saying that as consumers, we have to speak with our wallets as individuals. And I will never tell you what to do with your money. I will give you advice, but I will only tell you what I will do with my money. And you definitely have the right to do with whatever you want with your money. So what I'm going to do, now again, I've already bought Spider-Man twice. So I probably am going to go buy it though, just for the simple fact that, number one, I want to play the game. Number two, they deserve it. And number three, it looks great, and I've heard it's great from so many people. And if I can get a Spider-Man game that honors Spider-Man in the same way that Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight, you know, or Arkham City honored Batman, which not really Arkham Knight. I didn't really like Arkham Knight, but I loved Asylum and I really liked City. So if I can find a Spider-Man game like that, I'm on board. You know. So anyway, EA, go to hell. You suck. We're sick of your bullshit. We're so tired of it. You know, your battle, the whole situation with Spider-Man versus what's happened with Battlefield, it makes EA look so bad. But again, looking bad is one thing. Showing them how bad it is another. And if enough individuals come together to the same conclusion, and it seems like that's happening, then they have no choice but to listen. They have no choice but to listen. Can you imagine someone taking on Star Wars in the same way Insomniac took on Spider-Man? You imagine how cool that would be? I mean, again, as someone that liked the Battlefront games, Battlefront 1 and 2, I enjoyed the hell out of them. From a Star Wars standpoint, I thoroughly enjoyed the look, the feel, the sound effects. The mechanics were a little bit awful in those games, but not enough to be a big problem for me. The lack of story is what the problem was. I thought the multiplayer aspect was great. I thought the maps were phenomenally done. But the lack of storytelling, it's a Star Wars game. You need story. And Battlefront 2 had a story. It wasn't a very good story at all. And it's one thing for me, like, okay, Titanfall. I love Titanfall. I will live and die by Titanfall. I love Titanfall 1 and 2. Titanfall 1, a lot of people complained because it didn't have a campaign. I'm not like invested in the world of Titanfall. I just wanted to shoot people in the face and kick some ass, and that's exactly what it allowed me to do with amazing player mechanics. But with Star Wars, I'm invested in this universe. I want to see storytelling. Yeah, I want to play the multiplayer aspect with my friends. That's fine. And I think they did a fine job with that. But it's Star Wars. It needed a story element. Now, some of that is on Disney. If you go back to Battlefront 2015, reports are saying, reports said that Disney kind of rushed that project because they wanted it released in November, right before The Force Awakens, so they could capitalize off that. And if that's the case, I completely understand that. But the story mode in Battlefront 2, I had a lot of high hopes for that. I really did, and it was garbage. So again, Insomniac, great job. All accounts say that you did a phenomenal job with this game. The fans are happy. The reviews are great. The sales are great, and you deserve it based on the word of mouth that we're hearing. EA, go fuck yourself. You suck. We don't like you. We don't want you touching Star Wars. just go away, EA. I mean, we know that's not going to happen because EA is such a major player within the industry. But at some point, we've got to make these companies understand that we are consumers. We want to give you our money. But if you're going to continue to provide a shit product, no, we're not going to do that. We as individuals are going to come together, just like we did with Solo, a Star Wars story. And we're going to reject the bullshit that you are giving us. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.